What if I told you this is Jonah Hill, the same guy who once said fame made him feel fat and gross, the same guy who vanished from Hollywood after a public breakdown, and now he has back, unrecognizable, mysterious, and maybe even reinvented. In October 2025, paparazzi caught Jonah Hill filming his new movie Cut Off, and fans could barely recognize him. The man who made the world laugh as the awkward sidekick suddenly looked like a rock star from a 70s disco fever dream. But behind the weight loss, the wigs, and the comeback film lies a story of self-doubt, media pressure, and the dark side of Hollywood body image. Or maybe he secretly joined The Biggest Loser, Celebrity Edition, and forgot to tell us. One man, one treadmill, one emotional breakthrough. But jokes aside, Jonah Hill's transformation is not just physical, it's deeply emotional. And to understand why he's now more private, more confident, and more mysterious than ever, we have to go back to where it all started. Jonah Hill became famous too young, and for the wrong reasons. His breakout role in Superbad made him Hollywood's favorite funny fat guy, but that label became his cage. Years later, Jonah confessed on Ellen that for most of his life, he was told he was ugly, gross, and unworthy. That kind of talk sticks, and in an industry obsessed with six-packs and jawlines, it broke him. Hollywood mocked his size, late-night hosts made jokes, fans turned his body into clickbait, and Jonah, he started to vanish from premieres, interviews, even social media. In 2021, he posted something raw. "Please do not comment on my body," he wrote. "Good or bad, it does not feel good." Then he deleted Instagram, cancelled press tours, and disappeared for nearly 2 years. Some said he was spiraling, others said he was healing, but the truth, Jonah Hill was rewriting his story and his body on his own terms.
Rumor has it, he went full method, a mystery diet, a monk-like lifestyle, maybe even, pause for humor, audition for The Biggest Loser just to beat the system, asterisk.
In tonight's episode, Jonah Hill runs from his past, literally, but whether it was workouts, therapy, or a total life reset, Jonah's transformation became his quiet rebellion against a world that told him he had never changed. Now at 41, Jonah is not just starring in a film, he is directing it, writing it, controlling the story. Finally, and the movie's title, Cut Off, feels poetic, does not it? A man cutting off his old self, high-sold labels, and the people who once defined him. With Wig by his side, Cut Off might just be Jonah Hill's comeback story. But it's also his quiet statement, "You do not get to tell me who I am anymore." Remember that quote from him about the 14-year-old overweight kid who felt ugly? That kid finally won. He is standing tall, blonde wig and all, directing his dream movie in LA. And for once, the world is not laughing at Jonah Hill. They are watching, wondering, and maybe even cheering for him.
Although, if he did win The Biggest Loser, imagine that acceptance speech. I had like to thank Kale, Kristen Wiig, and my therapist for believing in me.
In the end, Jonah Hill did not just lose weight, he shed years of pain, pressure, and perception, and in doing so, he might have become the realest version of himself we have ever seen. Jonah Hill's story is proof that fame does not fix you, it just amplifies what's already broken. But sometimes, breaking down is the only way to rebuild. If you love stories that unveil the truth behind the drama, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, do you think Jonah Hill's transformation is a comeback or a quiet goodbye to Hollywood? This is Drama Unveiled, where fame gets real and every story hides a twist.